Hi, my name is Mindy and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing my haul for the week of October 23rd through October 28th. I usually wait till I have Saturday's mail to see if I got any books in that, but I have enough here. So I will go over these books and then hope, see if you like any of them. You can check them out. Okay, the first book I have is on my November TBR, and it's Death at First Sight, a Bay Island Psychic Mystery by Lena Gregory. It's a cozy mystery. I love cozy mysteries. They don't have any much violence in them or anything like that. And this says, since she left her psychiatric practice in New York City to open up a psychic shop in her hometown on Bay Island, Cass Donovan has given her fair share of readings to conflicted customers, but what she sees in Ellie Callahan's future doesn't bode well. When Ellie's mother, Marge, publicly confronts Cass about the reading, the embarrassment makes her want to curl up and die. And when she later stumbles across Marge's body and becomes a suspect in her murder, Cass is suddenly the star of Bay Island's rumor mill. Cass is determined to prove her innocence and save Ellie from meeting the fate in her unfortunate vision. But even with the help of her friends Bee and Stephanie, Cass will have to channel some serious sleuthing instincts to find the real killer. And then I got If I Fix You by Abigail Johnson. And some things are easy to fix, but are some meant to stay broken? When 16-year-old Jill Whitaker's mom walks out with a sticky note as a goodbye, only Jill knows the real reason she's gone. But how can she tell her father? Jill can hardly believe the truth herself. Suddenly, the girl who likes to fix things, cars, relationships, romances, people, is all broken up. It used to be her best friend, tall, blonde, and hot flirt Sean Addison, could make her smile in seconds, but not anymore. They don't even talk. With nothing making sense, Jill tries to pick up the pieces of her life. But when a new guy moves in next door, intense, seriously cute, but with some scars on the inside and out that he thinks don't show, Jill finds herself trying to make things better for Daniel. But over one long, hot Arizona summer, she realizes she can't fix anyone's life until she fixes her own, and she knows just where to start. Okay, and then I got Storm by Bonnie S. Callahan, and this is a book in the Stone Braid Chronicles, and it's a Christian book too. So Sela's mind and life are beginning to fracture. Can she contemplate the third protocol before it's too late? As Sela and her companions mourn the loss of those who died in the mountain, they are faced with a new threat. Sela must complete the third protocol before she fractures and loses herself completely. All clues lead to the west, but what will they find when they get there? The other side of the mountain holds unknown perils, volcanic ash, dangerous storms, and strange new settlements that could hold the keys to Sela's quest or lead her to her destruction. The clock is ticking, and Sela's abilities are growing, along with the list of those out for her blood. Sela must find the strength within herself to keep going and complete the mission for which so many have sacrificed so much. But have she and her companions pinned their hopes on nothing more than a legend? And then I got Congress of Secrets by Stephanie Burgess. And this is a sci-fi book. In 1814, the Congress of Vienna has just begun, and diplomats battle over a new map of Europe. Actors vie for a chance at glory, and aristocrats and royals from across the continent come together to celebrate the downfall of Napoleon. Among them, Lady Caroline Wyndham, a wealthy English widow. But Caroline has a secret. She was born Caroline Vogel, daughter of a radical Viennese printer. When her father was arrested by the secret police, Caroline's childhood was stolen from her by dark alchemy. Under a new name and nationality, she returns to Vienna, determined to save her father, even if she has to resort to the same alchemy that nearly broke her before. But she isn't expecting to Meet her father's old apprentice, Michael Steinhuller, now a charming con man in the middle of his riskiest scheme ever. The sinister forces that shattered Caroline's childhood still rule Vienna behind a glittering facade of balls and salons. Michael's plan is fraught with danger, and both of their disguises are more fragile than they realize. What price will they pay to the darkness if either of them is to survive? And then I got The Hyacinth Girls by Lauren Frankel. The If I Fix You came out on the 25th of this month. The other ones I don't have a date for. And this came out May 2015. So, 13-year-old Callie is accused of bullying at school, but Rebecca knows the gentle girl she's raised must be innocent. After Callie is exonerated, she begins to receive threatening notes from the girl who accused her, and as these notes become desperate, Rebecca feels compelled to intervene. As she tries to save these girls from themselves, Rebecca remembers her own intense betrayals and best friendships as a teenager, when her failure to understand those closest to her led to tragedy. She'll do anything to make this story end differently, but Rebecca doesn't understand what's happening or who is truly a victim, and now Callie is in terrible danger. This raw and beautiful story about the intensity of adolescent emotions and the complex identity of a teenage girl looks unflinchingly at how cruelty exists in all of us and how our worst impulses can estrange us from ourselves or even save us. And then the next one I have is called Demolition Love by Layla. I think I'm reviewing this in December, I think. In D-Town, there are 3 genders: guys, femmes, and in-betweens, and there are 3 rules. Keep your blood to yourself, agreements between gangs are binding, and the dance is safe space. The Dance, D-Town's all-night dance club, blasts a techno beat 24/7. The loud music protects the street kids from the sonic pulses the global government uses to control people's moods. D-Town is the only place on earth where people are free to feel their own emotions, and the dance is its heartbeat. Excuse me. When the global government announces plans to demolish the dance and turn it into a recycling center, 2 street kids from enemy gangs team up to stop them. Aiden is an in-between, a member of the middle gender. Lawson, on the other hand, is all guy. Aiden belongs to the pacifist celibate B gang and follows the teachings of the Buddha. Lawson is a real dealer, a militant arcanist who doesn't seem to believe in anything except violence and instant gratification. The 2 gangs don't mix, but after Lawson saves Aiden from one of the frequent beatings B's endure in D-Town, Aiden can't stop thinking about him. The demolition sign brings the pair together to save the dance, but their attraction must just destroy D-Town before the wrecking ball does. That is, if the spies who have infiltrated the gangs don't beat them all to it. And it's just saying that the author here, as a child, was prostituted, raped, and tortured. And she is living proof that love wins. Okay. And then the next one is another cozy mystery. It's Something Buried, Something Blue by Wendy Corsi Staub, a Lily Dale mystery. So, it doesn't really have any blurbs on here. Lily Dale agrees to stay the winter as a caretaker of the Valley View Guest House and its feline residents. Widowed mother Bella Jordan and her son Max are looking forward to the peaceful off-season after a hectic summer that is until the medium next door recruits Bella to host a destination wedding for the world's most petulant bride, Jolene Maynard, a friend of Odella's granddaughter. Things take an even more stressful turn as the wedding day looms amidst an October blizzard, when suddenly the spirits start giving Odella a major heads up that the bride might be fated for death. And if there's any truth to her premonitions, the wedding is off, and that's the least of their problems. Okay, and then I have The River at Night by Erica Frenek. This is due out January the 10th of next year. Raw, relentless, and heart-pounding real, this book knocked me off my feet like a river in spate. Ruth Ware, the New York Times bestselling author of In a Dark, Dark Wood. Okay, and then Scarlett Epstein Hates It Here by Anna Breslaw. And this came out in April of this year. So Scarlett Epstein, big name fan in her online community of fan fiction writers, world-class nobody at Melville High, her best read only in real life friends are Avery, a painfully shy and annoyingly attractive bookworm, and Ruth, her pot-smoking, possibly insane 73-year-old neighbor. So, teen angst again. And here is The Adventures of Joe Harper by Phuong Nguyen, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it's the adventures of Joe from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And it's 20 years after what happened in the cave. So that sounded interesting. And then The Continent by Kiera Drake comes out on the 3rd of January. And this is for her 16th birthday. Viola Sun receives the most coveted gift in all of the Spire, a trip to the continent. It seems an unlikely destination for a holiday, a cold, desolate land where two uncivilized nations remain perpetually at war. Most citizens tour the continent to see the spectacle and violence of war, a thing long banished in the Spire. For Viola, a smart and talented apprentice cartographer, it is an opportunity to improve upon the maps she's drawn of this vast frozen land. But idyllic aerial exploration is not to be had. The realities of war are made clear in a bloody battle seen from a heliplane during the tour, leaving Viola forever changed. When a tragic accident leaves her stranded on the continent, she has no illusions about the true nature of the danger she faces. Starving, alone, and lost in the middle of a war zone, Viola must try to find a way home, but first she must survive. So this sounded really interesting to me. So anyway, that's my haul for this week. There's a lot of good ones in there, so I'm looking forward to reading them. I hope you guys have a nice weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.